Agent Venom. Hey guys, Ultramaximus back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at a figure from the Big Hero 6 Disney animated film, and it's the Armor-Up Baymax. I saw this figure set when Big Hero 6 first came out last year, and it looked really cool. I passed on it because of the price. I was just like, I'm not sure, I haven't seen the movie, and I'm a fan of the comic books, and the movie is drastically different. But I did run across this at Toys R Us again this weekend here in Greenwood, Indiana, and, well, they had a bunch of them, and I haven't seen them on the shelf in, like, months, so I went ahead and picked one up. And if you're unfamiliar with Big Hero 6, it's actually a Marvel comic, so this is one of the, well, it is the first animated Disney film based on a Marvel property. But it's drastically different. I know all the comic book movies are different than their original incarnation. However, this one's very different, mainly because there are characters that are reserved for live-action Marvel films. So this has nothing to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all. The original group of 6 characters, we had Hero and Baymax. There was Lemon, there was Silver Samurai, there was Sunspot, and there was somebody else, and I can't remember who it is. But they've pretty much gotten rid of characters like Silver Samurai and Sunspot because Silver Samurai was in the Wolverine, and I'm presuming that Sunspot is going to make his debut in the upcoming New Mutants film that will be coming out in the next couple of years. Everybody else is pretty much a new character, except for Lemon. She's still there, but she's very different than what she was in the comic book itself. So the premise is, it's in Japan in the comic book, and you've got this group of unlikely characters put together to save Tokyo. Well, the Disney version's a little different. It's like a weird universe, like San Fran Yokio or something. The character is not Japanese, except for his name. I mean, he doesn't look Japanese, but there's a lot of Japanime type influence in the film, which it's okay. It's just, it's its own little universe, I think. And Baymax, way different in the comic versus what we get in the cartoon movie. In the comic books, he was a synthenoid, or synthetic robot thing that had 3 different modes. He had this mode that looked like a, well, like a big gangster with the derby hat, and he wore purple, and he was Hero's guardian. He could then transform into a mode with a battle robot that was white, and some other colors on it, which we kind of get with the little balloon version here. And then he could also transform into this dragon monster thing for battle mode. Yeah, we get none of that in the actual cartoon. We get this kind of little balloon robot that is very cute and adorable, and he gets this battle armor upgrade, which is what this set is. And he's there to protect Hero. He was built by his brother, Tadashi. So, very different, but if Iron Man can build Ultron in the Avengers Age of Ultron, I guess we can have this version of Baymax in a Disney Big Hero 6 movie, right? Right? Okay, so there are my grievances about the differences between the comics and the cartoon movie. This figure is huge. And this has got to be almost a foot tall as far as the packaging goes, which is really, really nice. You're getting a lot of toy here for $22 at retail at the time of this recording, which I don't mind at all. I'm really impressed with it. I'm not sure why when I first saw it I was like, 22 bucks, I don't know. Looking back now, I should have just bought it 5 months ago when I first saw it. Because for the price, you're getting a lot of toy here. So let's go ahead and cut to it and take a look at the packaging and see what we think. So here we have the Armor-Up Baymax in the package, and like I said, this thing is huge. Just as a comparison really quick, I'm going to put a Combiner Wars figure in front of it. There is Minosaur from Transformers Combiner Wars. That's how big this guy is. So that's pretty impressive. Of course, I mean, a lot of that is the package itself, but it's an impressive piece. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I like the look of it. I like the layout. We've got the ability to connect 20 pieces here. We've got the big Hero 6 logo here. We've got Baymax with Hero riding around on his back and his little armor piece. And then it kind of shows you how to connect everything together. It's easy to assemble. Looks really cool. I like the design down here. We get the Bandai look. Just really nicely designed. Just kind of a close-up here. There's how you're going to connect everything together. We've got the Bay armor there, or Baymax armor there. So cute. But yeah, definitely cool. There he is, Hero riding Baymax. And of course we get the big Hero 6. And I do like how they at least kept that kind of Japanese-ish look in the writing. That's kind of nice. Top of the package, pretty basic. We get the big Hero 6 logo there. Side of the package, again, not much different. Other side, it basically says that the little balloon guy can turn into the armored version, which is really cool. There is nothing on the bottom. So here is the back of the package. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Here are all the characters from the movie that make up the team, which is really nice. Again, we got the big Hero 6, Armor-Up Baymax, how to actually put everything together. We got to spin his little beer gut around, and then that's what he's going to look like after you've transformed him. So definitely cool stuff. Really, really appreciating it. No write-up or anything, which is kind of unfortunate. So there's kind of the breakdown of everything and how you have to spin it around. And then we got the artwork with everybody up there. So let's go ahead and get the figure out of the package and see what we think. Alright, so here we have Baymax out of the package, and wow, this thing comes with a lot of parts. It kind of looks like Iron Man exploded all over the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. So we definitely have a lot of add-on parts. So what I want to do is focus on the balloon robot version of Baymax to start with, and then we'll take a look at the actual parts themselves. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up a little. Alright, so here we have Baymax in his balloon robot mode. This is adorable. Absolutely adorable. I loved this version of Baymax in the film itself. It's a very innovative idea of making a robot and having a balloon form. So he's got his internal parts and the computer pieces, but the bulk of the body is a balloon, and I really do appreciate it. It looks like it's made out of tint material and looks really soft and could actually be very commercial. So it was a very ingenious idea. The look of the figure is good. I like it. He's dumpy. He's cute. He does have articulation, and the way they designed the figure to be able to turn into the armored up version was quite ingenious of the toy maker, I think. Looking at the figure, we do have some color variation, which is kind of funny. You wouldn't think that with an all-white figure, but he's got the black painted eyes. He's got the little data port here on his chest. There are spots on him that are from the design of the figure itself, from the movie, where it's kind of a off-white versus the eggshell white that the majority of the balloon is, and I just like how it's got multiple shades of white on it. That really, really helps the figure. Now, as far as articulation goes, he does have the arm that can move up like that. It is on a ball socket, so it can move around, which is really, really cool. It looks like it's going to have some side-to-side articulation, but it does not, unfortunately, and the hands do not move. The legs also have articulation. They can pop out that way, and they can go forward slightly. However, the body itself kind of hampers that. So, yeah, I mean, and in this mode, he's pretty much just going to stand like that, which, I mean, it is what it is. So just kind of a close-up. I'm so cute. And the head does move as well. So there's articulation in the head, which is nice. So there's the data port. And as you can see, we've got multiple shades of white on the figure itself. And just kind of get that out of the way so we can see. Very, very nicely done. It does have some gappage issues around the joints, but you really can't get away from that due to the design of the figure and to get it to transform into the armored up version. For comparison, here is the balloon robot mode of Baymax next to the Marvel Legends Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Here he is next to Transformers Q, Sunstreaker. Here's Baymax next to the Transformers Takara Legends RC. And finally, here he is next to Marvel's Legends series, Spider-Man 2099. Alright, so now we're going to add all the parts onto Baymax here. And before I do that, I want to show off how you want to start this out. So this figure, you're going to want to pull the arms out. This one's very, very stiff. Like so. So that his arms are kind of out like that. And then you actually pull his little gut out and you're going to spin this stuff around like that and kind of get it back into place. If I can get it to work here. Like thus. So that he can get his armor fitted on. So now he's kind of beefed up. Let's go ahead and get the armor plates and see what he looks like. And here we have Baymax in his armor, and wow, this figure really does impress me. Connectivity was very, very simple. Everything clamped on really nice. It's very stiff. It holds together well, and it still has the mobility that the small one had, which is very, very impressive. The other thing I liked, you've got these additional parts that were clamped on for the armor. They were separate pieces, and I like how they actually connected on there separately. The paint on this thing looks amazing, and I'll do a close-up here in a minute. It's a very well done figure. In fact, I think it's balanced better in this mode than it is in the balloon mode. There are a few things, like you can see a little bit of gappage with the white pieces underneath. Kind of looks like his underwear hanging out. But that's okay, considering how you put the armor on. I'm surprised that we don't have more of the smaller white robot showing underneath. So, I mean, around the legs, that's one thing, but if you got rid of that totally, you would lose articulation in the figure, which you definitely do not want. The other thing about this that is a little disappointing to me is the face helmet itself. It's just a painted-on mask, and it would have been a lot cooler if they would have just cut that mask out so that you could see the smaller robot underneath the mask. They did it this way to make it look more show accurate, but I think it would have looked a lot cooler if we would have been able to see the head underneath the helmet. Just my opinion. Paint, beautiful. Just kind of a close-up here. It has got this, I don't know how well the camera is going to pick it up, there's a sparkly red in there. We've got the data port there. Everything looks nice. I like the purple paint, looks good. Everything just snaps on really, really well. The knee pieces snap on. You can still have some movement in the legs to a bit. It does hamper it a little because you have it on there, but it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And then, of course, the arms have articulation as well. They did a great job with the sculpt. on this figure, I mean, it just looks amazing. The head. Now, this is kind of a soft rubber, which is interesting. The back even has some really nice detail going on. Very cool stuff. But yeah, overall, it holds together well. It doesn't feel like it wants to fall apart. The wings can fold downward if you want to. Kind of give it that look. You can do that as well. Overall, I am highly, highly impressed with the figure. For the money, it's been a really nice toy. Now, it says it's for children 4 and up. With all those little parts and connecting it, I don't know if that's actually the case. This might be a 6 and up figure just by pulling out and plugging all the pieces in. I can see where a 4-year-old's going to break this. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. Here we have the Armored Up Baymax next to Mania King, aka not Galvatron. Here we have him with Masterpiece Prowl with the Dr. Wu Gatling Gun upgrade kit. Here he is with Marvel Legends Agent Venom. And finally, here he is with Transistor, aka not Masterpiece Blaster. So is Armor-Up Baymax a figure that you want in your toy collection? Well, if you liked the Big Hero 6 movie from Disney, you're really, really going to like this. If you are a Marvel film completist, you're probably going to want to pick this up just to kind of fill out that collection. Even though it is in a different universe, it's still one of the new Marvel movies, in my opinion. But overall, if you just like good anime type toys, this is a great little figure. For $22, you get a lot of toy out of this figure, and I'm very impressed with it. The engineering was well done, the sculpt is great, the paint is great, and the application of the armor is quite ingenious and simplistic. Overall, I cannot give any bad ratings at all to this figure. So if you see it, I definitely recommend that you pick it up. I don't know if I'd give it to a 4-year-old, but definitely an 8-year-old kid is going to like this, or a 6-year-old kid's going to like this, and the 8-year-old nuts is going to like it. So there it is, the Armor-Up Baymax from Big Hero 6. If you guys like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. Definitely subscribe to my channel, share my videos. I do appreciate it. Add a comment down below. What do you think of this figure? Have you been on the hunt for it? What did you think of the movie versus the Marvel comic? I know there's a lot of controversy there, but for what it was, I did enjoy the movie. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, look for more videos in the future.